welcome back. Today we are discussing and talking about CFexpress cards, more like Type A, which I use my A7R5. And what I'm happy to find out, I have 2 slots for CFexpress Type A cards in my Sony A7R5. Some of the other cameras Sony makes may have 1 slot. You need to check out the camera to make sure that Sony camera has the CFexpress Type A slot. Very important. I have my ZV-1 over here. You do not take that card. One day you will, but today it's only SD cards. These are from Pergear. I have used this one in my camera for at least 6 months now. That's been my main photography part of my camera. So all my photography photos go to this one, and my video I use my SD card, and just kind of way I do my workflow. Now I've been lucky enough to get a standard edition. Now I'm able to use both slots of my card. So let's talk about the difference between the two. The Prime has a write speed labeled as 880 megabytes read and 400 megabytes write on the front. And then the standard 780 read, 780 write speeds. We're going to test that. I reached out to the manufacturer because I was a little confused between the Prime and the standard. Because when I did some of my testing that you'll see here in a second, I know this is a new card for me and there's not much on it, and I've been using this one for a while, but I was getting a lot faster read and write speeds with the standard than I was with the Prime. Reached out to them and they said that basically the Prime is more consistent, so you get more consistent speeds with this one, and they recommended using the Prime cards with your video slot. They say it's more consistent and has higher read and write speeds consist throughout the board. So they recommended using the Prime for the video and then using the standard for the photo. So I would do that, go with their recommendation, and I would do. Now, these cards are expensive. Now, if you look into Sony, Sony Tough Cards, CFexpress Type A, very expensive. And there's some other ones that are cheaper out there, but this is Pergear's version, and I think they're pretty reasonable for their prices. Now, it's like putting an SSD drive into your camera slots. You can get higher memory, right? You can get up to terabyte stuff going on, or even higher with these cards. You would never have a scare of, do I have enough memory? Do I have enough memory? Do I need to bring more cards? Am I going to run out? That's not going to happen. There's just no more memory worries when it comes to the cameras and your cards inside if you're rocking CFexpress Type A cards. For me, it was. That's in my brain. You might be different. So they also sent me the CFexpress Type reader. Now with this, pop out like a regular SD card, plug it in here, and it just flies. Compared to SD cards, it just flies off of this onto my computer. So this is made out of metal construction. Got a little heat sinks on the side. It's going to help with the heat, because if you're rocking a full card trying to take stuff off, it gets pretty warm. Comes with the USB-C, USB-C cable. So that's nice. Let's take a look at the size of the cards, and then let's go over the speed test through my Blackmagic. Let's go. All right, what do you think of the cards? Again, the standard and the Prime. I'm liking the standard right now. It is super fast, so I'm happy with that. If that finds you cheaper for yourself, go for the standard. If you want to get the little bit better one for the Prime with the more reliability when it comes to video recording, go for that. But you shouldn't have a problem with either of them.
Hey everybody, let's check out the Pergear Compact Flash Express Type A 256GB standard card and the bundled card reader. In the box with the reader are 2 cables, one is USB-A and one is USB-C, with the other side being USB-C because that is the only port on this card reader. Here is the card outside of the package. Next up are some benchmarks with the maximum speeds hitting right what it says on the box. And then the real world performance is twice the sustained write speed that it says on the box. I also tested it in my A7R5 recording 8K, and it performed flawlessly. And that concludes the review of the Pergear Compact Flash Express Type A 256GB standard card and bundled card reader.